Alright, BB160 locomotive, engine temperature gauge, wheel text task, cover the test, removal and installation toolkit, SC494-97-CL-E12. Test note: if suspected that the gauge is defective, remove the caliper tube from the diesel engine and test the gauge. Disconnect the caliper tube from the heat sensor from the diesel engine block. Test the gauge as follows: the hot water vat should be at 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Check with the thermometer. Place the heat sensor vat. If the gauge does not indicate 180 degrees Fahrenheit, replace the gauge. Remove the 4 gap screws. Recover and the gasket. Loosen all the caliper tube holding down the clamp. Remove the caliper tube front clamps. Disconnect the engine temperature gauge at light and remove the 2 nuts. Lock washer bracket and remove the engine temperature gauge. Number 9. Installation: remove the temperature gauge. Place the engine temperature gauge 9 into the control panel. Install the bracket into the lock washers and the nuts. Connect the engine temperature gauge light. Position the caliper tube in the caliper tube. Hold down clamps to tighten the clamps. Connect the caliper tube to the diesel engine block. Position the gasket and the rear cover on the control cabinet. Install the 4 screws.